My great grandmother would have laughed at me for buying hamburger buns, and these right here, they soft, fluffy, and cheap to make. And yeah, you not catch me in no bread aisle, no mo. So this the part that a lot of people be overthinking, and it's not that deep. So the first thing you want to do is get you some warm water, not hot, not boiling. We're not trying to cook the yeast, we're trying to wake it up. Think of it like you don't throw nobody in a hot shower to wake them up, you ease them into it. Then you want to sprinkle your yeast in there. I did all this off camera, and then you want to add a little sugar and just let it sit for a few minutes. And then you're going to start seeing it get foamy on top, and that's how you know it's alive. If it ain't doing that, throw it away. Don't even argue with it. Now, boom, you're going to add your melted butter, crack your egg in there, just mix it up like you cooking with love and not stress. Then you're going to start adding in your flour. Not all at once. Don't be doing too much now. Add a little, mix, and then you're going to add a little more. You want it to come together like a soft dough like this. It should feel like soft, a little tacky, but not just something all over your hands. If it's too sticky, you're going to add a little flour, and if it's too dry, you did too damn much, but we're going to fix it. Now it's time to knead it. You ain't got to be aggressive. We're not mad at the dough. You just going to push it, fold it, and turn it for a few minutes until it gets smooth. You'll feel it change in your hands like it go from messy to put together. Be sure to knead the dough for about 5 minutes. And like I keep telling y'all, you can add flour to it if it's still sticky to where it's sticking to your hand. We don't want it sticking to our hand. But as y'all see, I'm just kneading it and just trying to get it to the right texture. And I'm just adding flour. Now I went ahead and split the dough in half. And then I'm just pulling apart and creating mini buns. And as you see, to create this mini buns, y'all, I'm going to bust them down into 12 buns, but you want to give each bun enough room on the pan. So if you want bigger buns, then you'll do between 8 to 10. Since I had weight loss surgery, I have to do smaller buns because I can't consume that much. So I do 12 and it come out perfect each time. If you're like me, a busy mom who's always pressed on time, these will only take about 40 minutes to make. After placing them on a grease or parchment paper pan, then you can cover it up with a towel. You're gonna let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes to rise. Then they will double in size. That's where patience come in. You can't rush bread. Just like when you can't rush nothing that's meant to grow. Let it rise. Then into the oven they go. And baby, when they come out, they're gonna be golden, soft, and fluffy like a damn pillow. Brush them with a little butter on top, and yeah, it's over with. And see, this is what I be talking about right here. This is not just bread. This is that I don't need the store for everything type of feeling. Like growing up, we didn't run to the store for every little thing. We had flour, we had food. I remember watching the woman in my family just make something out of nothing. No measurements, no stress, just cooking. And now I get it, because this right here, this is the type of bread that makes somebody bite into that burger and pause. They're gonna be like, hold on, what buns is these? And you trying to act calm like, oh, these I made them. The whole time you feeling like that girl. And let's be real, store-bought buns could never, but this soft buttery got some soul to it. This the kind of food that feel like home. Trying to save money and still eat good, comment bread so I know who locked in. And if you serious about cooking from scratch, my cookbook got way more recipes like this, link in the bio. And don't be selfish, send it to somebody who's still buying hamburger buns every week.